Hello and welcome once again to Steve's Vintage Radio Long Stay Workshop. I'm Steve, hello, and we seem to be on a German and stuff that's in a mess kick at the moment, so let's carry on the same way with this. This is a Telefunken tape recorder that's one very kind gentleman let me have, because of course it doesn't work. Which meant, of course, that, well, it ends up here. Anyway, moving on to that very quickly, like that. This machine is one of the Telefunkens that all takes 5-inch drills, which is surprising. It's mucky, but that's not much of a problem. What else? Well, not a lot really. Apparently he says he's got the deck working, so we'll find out about that in a second. Okay. Trying. Maybe so am I. There you go. So it's the motor is working, but apparently it's not doing anything apart from that. The magic arm, this by the way, is the kind which tends to be out of it on radios. So what's happening there? It's dark, but it's there. These are, so I don't think that'll be a problem as such. Okay, that's okay. And now, of course, we go that way. And again, it's trying. Right, okay, so now, that's actually quite strong, that. So we know straight away that the electronics seem to be doing something as well. Don't know what. It seems to be doing something. So that's where we're up to start with this. Now, recently we had a fella, I think it was on the Bush radio that came in pieces 2-3 weeks back. He wanted to know how to take things apart, because I don't show that very well. Thank you for your comments. I'll take it on board. I'll take it on board, and I will in fact try and do that. So for this, first of all, these screws come out, these here, like that. There's that one, this one here, like that, and this one here, like that. Okay. Okay, yeah. Knob comes off here, which is on a drum screw it seems. So I need to put my glasses on for that. So I'll take it. I'll loosen that drum screw, and maybe that knob will come off as well. No, nail it. There are two kinds of knob, by the way. There are some which have a grub screw to hold them in place, and some which don't. So you know, you could get either one depending on. So again, that's something else which you need also to be aware of. I mean, most in this area do tend to be grub screw related, but always check. Modern stuff, generally speaking, you just put the knob on and it holds in place. But these, they do tend to be more grub screw oriented. No, it's not coming off there actually. Okay. Sometimes there's a second one. There isn't on this, but some there are, so again look for that. Also, don't take the good screw out completely, because if you do, and you can't get the thing back in again, well, you can't. And of course, in this case as well, there's these two here as well. That's this one here. And this one here. So take this case off and give it a clean, I think. I tend to leave cleaning and stuff until I've got the thing working. Again, that's just me. Other people might take a different view. That's up to you, okay? Entirely up to you. But I tend to concentrate on the electronics first. So there you are. So that comes off like that, which tells us absolutely nothing. And when this comes off like that, we should have access to the deck, I hope. That's off, okay. So now this should come off. Should come off. It doesn't, okay, fine. Something else holding it, obviously. Don't know what. That probably. Try again, and there we are. So it's off, okay. So with this off like that, and also out of the way when it feels free, there we are. We now have the deck here with its various bits and pieces which we need to look at. Somebody here actually said he was trying to get to operate as one of these 3-head machines, but it's not got 3 heads, so he couldn't do it. He found out. But he says the deck is working. Yes, okay, I believe him. Then he wouldn't. So, first of all, look around. Speed controls there, okay. So it should vary. It does, okay, right. So it goes there, or there, like that. Does that now? It does, okay. So that's working okay. And that, okay. That's not much of a fast wind, is it? The belts appear to be okay. I think it just wants to clean, which is fair enough. Okay. Now then, seeing as it does actually have motion on playback and everything else, and seeing as it only takes 5-inch reels, I'll go and get a 5-inch tape. So with you in a sec. A tape on the machine, and it's picking up from the phone, so that seems to be it though, I think, doesn't it? That's okay. So is this tape blank or what? Anyway, I'll do that. We'll very quickly put the mic in. 1 2 1 2, okay, and see if we can make it 1 2 3. Well, that's working okay. It's actually now picking up the microphone on the record here, so however it does it, we'll switch this thing to record. maybe it's leaving stay on record as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Toss up. 1, 5, 4, 3, 1.
And now it's not. We heard it going to record there. Not now. Okay. And that's okay. That isn't okay. Fine. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
After 3, 2, 1. 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, well, there's various things up with it, but it plays and records okay, so that's something. So now we know where we're starting from with it. Let's get in and have a look, shall we? Take that off very quickly. Okay, like that then, okay. And we'll have a look and we'll see. Now that now it's going to play no trouble. And the bit goes into record as well. Okay. Okay. Right, well, now we know where it's starting from, which isn't too bad actually on this. We can make a start and sort out whatever needs to be sorted out. Right, well the next thing we've got to worry about now is this pause control on this. Sometimes it gets jammed on. Now the transformer at the torque at the top here, when I energise, pulls that up there and everything goes, okay? When that is pushed down, goes into pause, you see, like that. But what happens is that they get bent, okay? When they get bent, the thing won't play because it's stuck in pause, okay? That's one thing. Now the other thing with this, of course, is rewind, which it tries and fails. Yeah, if it tries, doesn't get all that far. So first thing we do, switch it to rewind like that, and it seems to work and stop. Now on these there's a rubber round here and that, so what I might be doing there is probably putting, I've given it a bit of a clean, which doesn't seem to have worked. Well, it does, but not a lot. So what I think I will do there is I'll put a bit of rubber in new and then hope that that works okay. But now with that alright, we can again try and see what it's like on record, because at the moment doesn't seem to be. So now if we put the tape back on again, it's trying but it's not quite there. Okay, not to worry, we'll deal with that. What I'll do is I'll get some rubber in new, put it on here and then leave it overnight, because it's not the most friendly liquid in the world by any stretch, and you know, basically this stuff is, it's good at what it does, don't get me wrong on that one, but the side effects can be certainly interesting. And it's coming off, you see, now it's coming out. So it's obviously yeah. So now I'll use the magic fluid a couple of times. It's coming off that now, look at that. Oh, you see, look what's coming off that there now, you see. So we'll give it another go in with it, and then I will leave it overnight. Because one thing I don't ever want to do with this sort of stuff is get caught up in it. And now look at that straight away, you see. Well, the rewind still has a problem, but I have in fact now seen the issue with the record and erase. There's a wire off back here. Now the fellow that had it before me tried to use it as a two-head playback head machine, so that's probably why that's off. But now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is prove I can, right now. So that goes back like that. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There you go. Right now. If I now take that out of there like that, go to record like that, it should now have. There you go, it's off. The whole thing, that's now off, so, you know, there you are. It's now working more or less correctly. I'll just set that up properly and do that again just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One, two, three, four, five, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, okay, well, if I now go from somewhere like there to there, like that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There you go. So that proves that the eraser is now okay. Now then, as far as the winding is concerned on this, these decks, it's not what I'm used to dealing with. I'll admit that. But a record deck is a record deck, and a tape recorder is a tape recorder, and so on. So every record deck you come across, every tape that you come across, every radio across, does the same thing. So with that in mind, I don't see why there should be a problem. So I think the next thing we do here is take this thing apart underneath as well and look at the other half of the deck. Now on these, it's a matter of taking out these four here, which can be in various bad conditions. If you look, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Well, there's the underside of it, as you can see there. It doesn't actually do much as regards deck access, but you know, there we are. It's there. Very quickly with these, those capacitors there out because they are notorious. The others, you know, it varies, but these are the German equivalent to our 100 capacitors or wet capacitors, and they are, shall we say, bad news. So then out on site. Okay, that's one thing which you must do on these. So we'll come to that a little bit later on. Now here, I think that the best thing we can do is give the whole thing a bloody good clean. Yeah. Here, now that comes off, you see, that puts that against there. And it sort of is nearly there. Now, in this situation, the first thing I think we'll do is see if we can get this this off here, because this might possibly be one of, if not the problems in question. So first of all, we'll try and get this off. These three screws here. That's one. And there aren't any washers underneath, so that's good news, because with these sort of repairs, if you get a washer or something underneath, then it will cause, and you put it back in, then that will be lower down, and when you put the top on, the reel will scrape on the top. You see that on other machines, so that is very important. So now this one comes out as well, please. Some air rubber. And with that off, with that screw out, we'll go underneath and have another look and find out where and why and everything else that we need to know. But but that might cause a problem because I've only got one hand, you see, really you need two, so I've got to find a way of doing that. I mean that's, oh, no, try that way. Yeah, okay, so yeah, so this has got to come out one way or the other, and we'll clean what's underneath. So this is going to come out whether it likes it or whether it doesn't, because I say so. Well, at this point it is a lot better, but it's still not quite right, as you can see. It's just about working. There are drive belts on this. One of them is a little bit loose, so that is probably the problem. So some have been ordered for it, so there you are. That's that. Now that, by the way, is, as you know, Parents of Pendjans, which does actually this version and all the Gilbert and Sullivan stuff is actually can actually be used without upsetting YouTube's policy guidelines. So you can get away with these tapes. By the way, as I said previously, these are the World Record Club ones, and there's no copyright notice on these. So yeah, it's going, but only just. Anyway, there you are. Fast forward, by the way, no problem whatsoever. So wind that off very quickly. Well, as quick as it will take it off, like, you know. And there you are. So it's getting there, but like I said, it's not quite right. That's because of the because of that belt. So we'll one has been ordered for it. These belts arrived for a tape recorder, and they have, yeah. Some tape recorders, it's easy to work out how to swap the belts. Some it isn't. But Telefunken, for example, they're not the easiest in the world to do. But that doesn't mean that you can't. Okay, simple as that. Yeah. So what you do before you do anything else is have a look and find out what's connected to what and how things work together, as it were. So here, for example, 1, 2, yeah. So yeah, other end goes down here like that. And so at that point, I think what we'll do first of all is we'll take off the counter here. We'll take off the counter, and it gives me a little bit more space so that I can find out what's going on. It's very important to do it, and also these days I have to do it with these on, because as I said, I'm getting old. Anyway, there you are. So on they go like that. I can now see the tape recorder. So now what we do, take off the counter here, like this and like this. That comes out of the way like that. And now we have a look and we find out what, who, where, and everything else. So it goes, I think, like that. All like that. I don't. I'm not 100% sure which already. You know. So so now, of course, we've got to get this bit off and find out from that how it goes. So it's these two here. So I'll find something which can grip them and move them. And here already we have a problem, and so I'll get something which can do it, and of course, as always, I'll come back to you. The two nuts on here which come off, and this piece comes off. It goes over there, okay, like that. So that goes out of the way, and then you carefully pull out this belt, which, as you can see here, is shot at basically. So that's it might work if we put it in the microwave for a bit and warm it up, but I'm not. And I know there's some people here, one in particular, who likes to do that. I don't think I'll work with that one, but if you want me to try, then I will. So now, here are the new belts, like I said before, and one of them is for the counter, which goes under here. If it will, there you go. That goes like, I don't know, what's it like? Must go under there. So I'll put that around there for now. I think it goes on there. Okay, right. And now, of course, there's two belts here as well. Now, the big one here goes between there and there. Is that one? Can you see it goes between there and there? Which is going to be a bastard to fit as well, by the way. And this one, it goes I think it goes something like that, but I'm not 100% sure. It goes around here like that, I think, and down there. But it doesn't go on the other side of that, so I don't think so. It goes around there, through there, and also I think it goes through there like that. Okay. So now, if we to switch this on, we should have both the wines working. So that goes down, that goes on. Okay, so that's okay. Well, once it came off. Okay, and that way. Obviously, it's not got. I've not got it quite right, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know why, but doesn't seem to want to do much that. So I'll have a look and try and find out why. I think that goes around the other side of that like that. Okay, so we'll try that again. Okay, yeah, and this way. With the top thing in place, these can come off, so it's something you need to take care of. So now that comes out. again. That goes onto there like that. Nice and free. That goes onto there like that. Nice and free. And then of course we try again with the belt, and I'll put the top thing on as well and see if it does it correctly. So it goes, I think, it goes that onto there, that onto there. That goes onto there like that. Like that. And there we go. And that goes onto there like that. Okay. And we'll see if that that's okay. And that's okay as well. So that looks to me as though it's right. And so now I'll put that back on the top of there like that, and we'll look at this beast here, which means taking this off here, so that I can get the belt through, and under here, which, yeah, which could be, shall we say, interesting. Well, back together. That's fast forward. That's rewind, which is again not doing quite what it should, but I'll find out why at some stage very soon. It's something round here, so yeah. I think we'll have that off now. Okay. Right. Well, there's something funny here. I don't know what, but something interesting going on here. So I don't know what it is, but we'll find out sooner or later. We tend to get these sorts of snags with these sort of problems. So it worked, and then it didn't. So let's have a quick look underneath here again, with it switched off preferably, and find out why it's not doing what it should do. Yeah. And if there's anything we can do to put matters right. Because that should not go under there like that. I found it. So again, this bit comes off, and we're going to make it right again under here, and then I'll probably put 1 or 2 washers on the whole thing's in place. They weren't there before, but these are new belts rather than old ones, so perhaps that was the issue in question. Right, okay, well, let's try that. There we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, fine. So that's doing what it should do again. so what I'll do now, I'll put some washers in there to hold that in place, because I think I think it needs them. For one reason or another. Well, they're on the right way up, so it's not that. Yeah, I'll like find some washers, and we'll try that again. The one which I was really dreading here is fitting this one, which goes like that, you see. And what you got to do, you got 3 screws, and you got to lift that up and put it out of the way. Book your head, by the way. And now I've got to get this out as well, or at least out of the way, which I think is these here, and this too, and then put the give that really clean. Take the old belt off, put that one on correctly, please, and then of course put the whole lot back together again, and then see if it works. Because that goes out of the way. This comes off here, or off here, depending on. Okay, this way then. Okay, fine. Okay, so that now comes off there like that. Okay, that's all right there actually. Yeah. So now I've got to take this out, and it got to go out through under here, which I might be able to get it out without taking this other bit off. Let's try, because it would be easier for us all if we could, but I doubt we can. Yeah, so yeah, okay, yeah, I'll take this off as well and look at how to do it. I think it's these screws here on the right hand side. Again, it doesn't have to be completely clear. It just has to be clear enough to take the old belt out and put the new belt in. That's what it has to do. German tape recorders can be reasonable to work on, or absolutely awful, and let's just say that this falls into the latter category. The third belt has gone in place of that. I'll take that out again. Give me access down here to get that belt on like that. And in order to get that belt on, I had to take off the head, this lot here, the heads. Okay. Now then, when I put it together, that's fine, no problem. Yeah. That isn't at all. Just no. Okay. And play. That works. That works. That doesn't. Now this here is absolutely rock solid. I don't know why, but that is now absolutely rock solid. Why this is, I don't really know. But I think the next thing we do, power it off for a minute like that. Make sure everything's in the stop position like that. And take off 1 or 2 things that might be causing it to be doing what it's doing. You know, so yeah, put it back on very quickly now. That is loose. Okay, that is loose. And nothing. That's trying, but nothing there, and nothing here either. which comes off here and here. Yeah, that goes through there like that. Okay, and that isn't, and that isn't either. So therefore, something has not gone back quite the right way. Yeah, exactly. So what I'll do, if I take this off again, completely off, like before, and see if it comes back. If it doesn't, well, there's something else under here anyway. But you know, so these come off here like that. One, two, one, two, and guess what? Three. I can count, you know. It comes off as well. Like that. That comes off like that. And then we'll see if it is that now. And it does. Okay, right, okay. So something here is preventing it from working up here. Now, I think it's this here. If you look, there's a spring here and there's that. I wonder if that goes around there, like, I don't know. Like that. I wonder if it could be something that simple. These machines, they can be interesting, let's put it that way. So if I put that on the other side of there like that, okay, and we'll put it together again and we'll see what it does, because now it's fine. I demonstrate. If this lot here isn't set up right, all sorts of strange things can occur. This should be on the outside, that wheel there should be on the outside of there, yeah, like that, okay, with it in like that, and that pushes that like that. That's okay, and play, there you go. So it's hard to get right, very hard to get right, but remember that you know, remember where things go, you know, because otherwise, you know, there's no problem, there's nothing wrong, by the way, with getting a camera and taking pictures. I sort of wish I had it, quite frankly, but I didn't, so, you know, it was my fault. But there you go, it's now working on all bands. Next we've got to look at is the counter, which is still off, because I want to know precisely why, with the counter on, this one stops. By the way, when this is wrong, this is solid here. This is absolutely solid here. I don't know why, but it is. Probably because of this here, which goes there. Okay, that I think is the brake, so that will, of course, cause problems. This, by the way, put it on for a second, like that. So like that, it's coming off there, okay? But on play, it comes off here, and that there pushes that forward and turns that right off there. And that's the tone. That's the port control, by the way. So if you touch it, that happens. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, now like I said, the counter goes between here and the counter, which is here. And if you look like that, you see it's got a worm drive, and that underneath, which is where it comes from, you see. So that goes to this here, and with it in, you don't add any rewind. So that's the next job. These actually, they're not being easy to work on, are they? But you know, that's why we do such things here. That's why we do such things here. Because I've got that sort of mind, you know. Now the belt for the counter on these is like most of the Tamberg machines, a bit difficult to fit. It goes from between there and under here. It goes around there, okay. And this is the belt. Now it has to go this way because otherwise it would foul up the rewind. So it has to go this way. There's no ifs or buts. It has to. So it's one of those things which you have to get right, or else if I don't, well, I might think, well, you know, maybe I'll do without it. I don't know, but that's the brake, by the way, there. So now with that like that, and that going on like that, yeah. That now goes through there and across onto here, which means therefore that I have to possibly take this off again in order to make it more bit more room. So that's what we do here. So there you go, a bit like that, and that goes through there, under there and onto there, one way or the other. Okay, so now that goes under there like that and onto here. Now this has to be pulled off because of the brake. Yeah, it's a bit interesting to deal with this, you know. So yeah, so that goes back on there when it's done. That goes back on the top, and we'll see if it works, because, well, it should do. If it doesn't, I'll cry. Anyway, so that has to go. I might take that off again actually and thread it through. No, but it's here. Okay, no, not that one. That one. Okay, so these come off, and like that. Like that, and I'll stop the camera for a minute because I might end up swearing my head off here, and you don't want to hear that. Right, now at this point, therefore, that is now working okay. Yeah, and so the belts on this have now been changed. Now, with these tape recorders of this era, especially German ones, the next thing we've got to look at with all sets of this era now, it does sound good. It sounds good, it records everything else, but that's not the end of the story. Because, of course, capacitors, of course, we need to change one or two to get the to future-proof it, as it were. So that's the next thing we will do, is future-proof it. So with all this done now, I shall now go underneath and see what needs to be done, because the chances are there's quite a few. Let's have a look. These capacitors here, these that licorice also, these two there, and one there. These are the German equivalent of our Hunt's capacitors, and they do fail. Sometimes they fail short circuit, which is not exactly very good for the valve, as you know. So I will then therefore not to change just a few of these, just for future proofing purposes. It's what you might call a good idea for the future. Here is the circuit of the unit concerned, the Telefunken here. I don't read German, I'm sorry, but I can read the circuit. That's all you really need. Okay, works in the same sort of way. That is switch, and that's okay. That one in the middle there, that's valve heaters. Obviously that's okay. But this here, this is the HT or BAT here. Okay, so it's those two voltages, by the way, are exactly what it says there. So there's no problem there. To there to there. That's okay. Now then, as regarding capacitors, German capacitors, things like that one there, yeah, they are, like I said, the German equivalent of what we laughingly call capacitor over here, the Hunt's things, you know. Anyway, that one I'm going to leave, because there shouldn't be anything on there at all if that one is okay. Now one side of that is a HT minus the drop of that resistor there. Okay, so that one it won't change. Also that one and that one. Okay, the rest of them I think will probably be okay with. Yeah, I know people would like to change them all, but the person who makes most money of that is a capacitor manufacturer, so that's why I tend to do it the other way. So yeah, so what we do therefore is have a look and find out which ones they are. Now this valve here is the one at the bottom here, the ECC83 I think it is. So on here are the numbers of the pins as well, which is very handy because we know what to look for. So if I put my glasses on again, because I'm old, if I put my glasses on again, like so, that pin there, I think is pin 6. I have in fact got it on my phone as well, because I'm, yeah, so if it comes up on here then even better. It does, okay, fine. I was going to have it on your phone as well, because yeah, so so that goes to pin 6, goes to pin 6, okay, so that's pin 6. So that capacitor there hangs off pin 6 along with that resistor. So we find it and we take that capacitor, which is 0.22 microfarads, and change it. Okay, so going down here, we find out where pin 6 is on there, and we see what is where with it. So come in a little bit closer so I can see. It's this one here. Okay, so Yes. So it also goes to that resistor there, so that will be I think it'll be 100k there, okay. But the other half of it goes down to pin 6 down here, which is of course down here. So I don't think there's anything else hung off there, is there? Yeah, there is this one here, okay. So therefore, if it's one, I think it is, pin 6 on there, and of course that resistor and that capacitor. And so let's check them just to make sure. Two ways of doing it: a safe way and a not so safe but more sure way. Guess which one I'm going to do? Yeah, exactly, the not so safe way, because you know, fun is fun, you know. Well, first of all, one end of this has about 9 volts on it, 10 volts. I just put that. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Okay, fine. So one end of that has about 10 volts on it. The other end, 140. Okay. Now that suggests it's one in question. So now we look at these resistors here, which this one should be something like 100k. This one should be 100k or so. To see it near damn it. And the other end, this one should be 56k. So that goes onto there, that goes onto there. I think that's the wrong place actually. Little bit higher than it should be, but never mind. So I'm fairly sure from that this capacitor here needs to leave us. So therefore, that's what we're going to do. So first to begin, leave the leads good and long. Now there's quite a lot of debate online about capacitor changing, but I prefer to do it this way for 2 reasons. One, it's easier, and 2, it doesn't actually mean mucking up any of the junctions, because maybe not on here, but on radio in particular, you get 3 or 4 or 5 things in the same place, including a capacitor like that. So it's better to chip the capper and solder to the leads, which is what we're going to do here. Okay. That, by the way, is the faulty capacitor. It's not a liquid short sort, so don't try and eat it. And then we'll see what then we'll see exactly what those voltages are now. Right, well now that has been changed, if I put the meter where you can see it, somewhere like I don't know, there, a bit lower down, like that. You see, one side of it has an overload because it's about there's your HT, okay, and the other side of it just now. So therefore we know that that capacitor is now well sorted. By the way, if I was to do something like, I don't know, get a screwdriver and maybe put meter probe on it, you might get some sort of buzz out of it now. do there anyway. So that, by the way, is the next one along. It's 0.01, and it goes across the two separate triodes of this valve. So one side of it and the other side of it. That's alright actually, that. Okay, so that one's alright. So mainly it was the 0.22 which was there. Now then, the next one I want to take a look at very quickly is on pin, I think it's pin 6 of the EF80, which is this one here. We'll just knock that off a minute while we find our way around. So again, it's an EF86 and we're looking for pin 6. So we'll find out where pin 6 is among all this lot. It seems to be here. So again, it can't round, have a look. Eight. What's an 8? What's an 8? The capacitor, there's a resistor, there's a transistor down there, of course, so be careful we don't blow that one up. Right, okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's this one. It's got to be this one here. It's got to be. So we need to find out where it goes, and if we need be, we'll do something interesting to put the replacement in. Again, I'll leave these leads alone just for repair purposes. Because the volume control does that, so so we're going from there to there, and it's 0.1. Okay, we'll look for a 0.1 or similar that we can put into there. Now with those two changed, one or two interesting things happen. First of all the crackles gone off that control, because it was being put there because there was DC on that line on the volume control from that capacitor. So that capacitor is gone, and so that's okay. So we should now get, please.
When Frederick was a little lad, he proved so brave and daring.
There you go. So that's the unit working so far. So now I've got to put it back in its case and test it again. Now, as I've said before, a tape recorder apart and a tape recorder together are two completely different things. Believe me, they are. Now, I think I've got another base for it actually, but which isn't quite as cracked. So first thing I'll do is I'll get that and put it on and try this unit again. Back in the case with the same one actually as the other one didn't quite fit. Now this one doesn't either, but this one is the better of the two, so this one's gone back on. Anyway, there you go. That's that's the playback working okay on it. So now it's simply a case of putting the covers on, which are here, and I think they need a wash personally. What do you think? It's a bit grubby, aren't they? So we'll that's our next step. So I'll nip off and do that, and then we'll talk about putting them back on. And here's the units in question there together and working, as you can hear. I will be when the next check starts. There you go. So it's working more or less. The problem with the reels actually is because this reel is slightly skewed, so that's not a problem with the unit, but it's only 5-inch triad, so we're stuck with it. But it works okay apart from that. It records as well, although obviously, you know, that's not something which we do with these machines much now. But by the way, in the future I will be looking very much at this stuff on the side here, because it cracks and does all sorts with its age, so looking for ways to replace that in a future video, so look out for that. But this is a Telefunken 76. It works okay, and well, what can I say apart from God bless whoever your God is. Be careful to be loyal to him and yourself, of course, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.